Hi Cancer, welcome to your March 2020 reading. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's an interesting time. Mercury is retrograde in Pisces, and there's a lot of interesting dynamics as we finish out Saturn's transit in Capricorn, which is your 7th house. There might be some kind of last minute lessons jammed in there this month for you in how you interact with a special someone, okay, romantic or other kind of partner. As we have this Knight of Rods or Knight of Wands, which represents your energy, specifically Cancer, or if you're cross-watching, this might be you as well. I'm kind of realizing that this could really go either way. This Knight of Rods energy is so amped to move into this, for the Sun to move into this 9th house of Pisces. So it's feeling more liberated. It's feeling more free. It is feeling more wise, like it's really coming into higher understanding of what all of that stuff the past couple of years was really all about. A Knight of Rods really doesn't let things get him down. And I know that Cancer right now might be feeling a little bit of a flush of anger, okay, toward things, whatever that is, toward a person or toward yourself for allowing something to happen. But that flush of anger really is powerful fuel for you right now, guys. It's amazing because there's a lot of productivity to be had in this next couple of months for you. The Sun moving into Pisces gives you 9th house, and then it moves into Aries, that gives you 10th house, and then Taurus is 11th house. So the next 3 months is going to really jumpstart the decade for you, okay? And there's a lot that can be done between now and June. June is kind of my time frame because we have eclipses around that time, June, July time frame where the whole Saturn-Pluto thing really kind of starts to come to rest and kind of we start making sense of things, and we are now more capable to really build this foundation that we keep talking about. So the Knight of Rods has the energy. He has the wherewithal, he has the passion and the drive to really just see what life could bring. Optimism exudes from the Knight of Wands as well. Now the environment is the moon, which makes sense because this is a card of Pisces and it's Pisces season. So there's still a lot of unknowns, but the Knight of Wands does not get worked up about the unknowns. He doesn't really care. He's more about just kind of opening his arms, opening his heart and saying, okay, universe, what do you have for me? Because the moon can be indicative of secrets and deception and delusions and all kinds of things. But if you're not really playing those kinds of games with people, this is one of the most exciting times of life when you get to kind of go into the darkness and the mystery of life and the infinite possibilities of what could be. And if you do have some secret stuff going on, or if some partner has deceived you in some way, shape, or form, it's probably really a good time to just forgive and forget real quick, which is not necessarily Cancerian-like, but you can do that consciously and through your own awareness by saying, do I want to enter into this new decade with all this baggage or not? The Knight of Wands is saying, no, you don't. You definitely don't. And you shouldn't. Like, why should you? If someone hurts you, is that your problem or is it theirs? It's their problem. So you don't need to make it your problem. You can still heal and go through the motions and, kind of get your heart back to that place that you want it to be. But you don't have to let anybody pull you down, because a Knight of Wands does not want to be pulled down. And I don't think you do. So there's a lot of excitement right now in the cards for us, for Cancer. I say us because I relate heavily to Cancerian energy because my midheaven's up there. So I have the tendency to kind of show up in the world like a Cancer. So I relate well to the Cancerian energy. I relate well to how you feel and how you intuit and how you kind of proceed with caution, but also with a deeply strong desire to love and to have joy in your life. So the Knight of Rods is really the powerhouse here. This is really what's going to get you into the new phase, no matter what weirdness is going on. There will be weirdness, I guarantee you. There will be some strange things that happen this month. And you just have to just say, okay, well, the sun is connecting with Neptune in Pisces. Okay, fine. Saturn is coming out of Capricorn, moving into my 8th house. Okay, fine. You just got to kind of roll with the punches and just sort of be your best, be diplomatic, be kind, be understanding, be forgiving, because you don't want the effects of the baggage. All right. Now, as we move into the first set of the 9-card block, we have the Hanged Man reversed, and he is directly followed by the Magician. Now, the Hanged Man reversed tells me that this state of suspension that you may have felt like you've been in, even if it's just for the past couple of months, this is the awareness. This is what happens. See, I like this card because the awareness, the head, the halo is up top. When it's upright, it's actually down below. So it's kind of like a state of coming into consciousness. And when it's reversed, it's like you're there. The consciousness is had. So you're kind of operating from like having all the information that you need. I don't know that now is a really good time to sit around and wait for a lot of answers, especially if there is a special someone who has been a little deceitful or a little, weird. To sit around and wait for answers from that person is not in your best interest, because you're not going to be satisfied with the answer anyway. So no answer or a dissatisfactory answer, is there really a benefit to either? Sometimes we say, well, at least I know. Like, okay, well, at least you know, but you're still dissatisfied. So you might as well just not sit around and wait for it. You officially have all the information that you need to do that magician spark thing. Okay, the magician is the powerful manifester of the tarot. He is the alchemist. He is the one that understands how his emotional state creates a reality and can actually shift physical circumstances. So your optimism as the Knight of Wands, your power, your ability to look forward right now is unmatched. And I think you're kind of sitting at the top of the zodiac in terms of like not really letting the weirdness affect you. Okay. And that's all the more power to you, because you have this opportunity at a time when other people might get dunked into the Pisces Neptunian energetic current and just kind of get swept all over the place. You have the focus, you have the directedness, and it's not something you necessarily have to try to have. That's the power of the sun coming through the 9th house, is it just kind of naturally can occur. And when you get creative, because we always get more creative during Mercury retrograde times, and you have those business ideas and those things you want to do to redecorate your home, and the way you kind of want to handle your summertime vacation, like whatever it is, the magician is like the wherewithal to get up off the couch and actually go do something about it, which sets you further ahead than most people. So you're advantageous right now, right? You have an advantageous position to be able to lead and to be able to act and create and progress. And the magician energy is saying, do it. Like, no matter how weird it gets, just do what your heart is really desiring. Now, some of you may be really struggling with like, what do I want? What do I want? I don't know what I want. And that's okay too. The moon can sometimes, deliver beautiful messages up from our subconscious that say, hey, Cancer, this is what you want. And it can help to plant seeds. And maybe that's what all you need right now is just a seed to help give you some direction. And this is a time for that as well. As Saturn moves into Aquarius, which we'll talk much more about next month because it's not happening until the 21st of March. But as the sun moves into Aquarius, this is 8th house activity for you. And then he'll be moving into Aquarius and then coming back into Capricorn and then back again. So he's doing that whole big crossover thing, really flushing out those relationship things. And it's going to give you the opportunity to resolve any heartbreaks, to get over things, to have the conversations that you feel that you need to have, and to really heal the wounds. So this is a year of healing for Cancer. I think 2019 was about understanding what the wounding even was. like where it originated from, why it even exists, and why you keep continuing in patterns. Well, 2020 is about really sewing those up once and for all, getting all the mending done, and then being able to launch yourself into a new, beautiful, healthy, amazing, and wonderful relationship. When Saturn enters into Aquarius, it's a highly detached placement, like emotional 8th house stuff for you, but it's detached, so it's not really a problem. And you have the power of the scythe, which is the Saturnian symbol, to come through and just really clear out the nonsense, kind of like a machete through a jungle, to really clear that path. So this is something that might be highlighted a little bit, but again, it's productive. This is kind of a key to really unlock the Wheel of Fortune, which you'll see you get down here in just a second. So this is actually a good thing. To have that pain and to have that hurt is what actually is going to make you stronger for the years to come. There may be, there may or may not be attempts at communication. Normally, Mercury retrogrades bring out exes and people from the woodwork and stuff, but I just don't know that you're really having it right now. You'll see when I put the camera down that the Knight of Wands energy, his back is turned to all the other cards. He's facing in a completely other direction. So whatever other people have to say right now, I just don't know that you're really willing to hear it, because maybe on many levels you kind of know that it's a bunch of BS. Remember, roles can be reversed, okay? Because I think that people have a lot of BS right now. Moon energy, Pisces, Neptune, all that stuff. There can be a lot of BS floating around, and you just simply have the intuition to be able to detect it real quick and to reject it real quick. So any people may try to like slip things by you, but I don't even know if that's possible. I just don't. And I don't see you having the patience, right? Mars and Capricorn. This is a real productive sign, Mars and Capricorn. This is an energy of like, it better be real black and white. It better be real dry. It better be real obvious. It better be honest. It better be direct. And if it's not any of those things, it's off the docket, it's off the table. Like if you can't bring me something real, Page of Swords reversed, then don't bring anything at all. And for some reason, I really like this Devil in the center of the reading for you. The Devil gives you the self-control. The Devil gives you the power. It gives you that separation of awareness from maybe all the things that you are feeling, because I wouldn't be surprised if you were feeling a bit angry about things that happened. I'm not, you still got the Three of Swords. As much as I want to spin this positively, it still kind of sucks. There was a deceit, if there was a lie, if there was a heartbreak, if someone did cheat on you or whatever, it still super sucks. But the power of the Devil is to look the Three of Swords directly in the eye and say, okay, I know I have this and I know I experienced it, but it doesn't have to define who I am. And that's where the power is. Because when people succumb to this kind of stuff and they like play the pity party and they get all victim-y and they play the martyr, that's when the Devil like can really sink his claws into you. Those kinds of negative self-talks, pushing your energy down, opting for the negative rather than the positive, or the pessimistic rather than the optimistic. That is when the little demons can crawl in and start, kind of tearing you down. So you have to be strong. The good thing about the Knight of Wands is kind of, he's like, well, I don't maybe want to be strong. I just don't want it to affect me. It's not repression. It's a choice. It's a choice to just move in a new direction. And the Devil is like, great, good for you. Like, he can give you lessons, but they don't necessarily have to be hard all the time. And this is your ability to say what you need to say when you need to say it, and to say the hard things to the people that you love or the people that you really care about. This is your power to be able to draw that line and to be able to say, look, like I just said, if you're not able to bring something real to the table, then you do not belong at the table. So this is your power right here. You can be the Devil sometimes. And the Devil is that Saturnian, real strong, real powerful, influential individual in the scenario. Okay, so It's not a bad thing at all. In fact, I think this is your best friend. Your ability to tap into that energy. It can be a bit cold and people can be like, damn, Cancer's being a real asshole this month. What the heck is going on? But it's effective. You know, you don't have to hurt anybody. You don't have to put anybody down, but you have to be clear. And sometimes this is what begets the most respect. And a Knight of Wands is like, you're going to respect me or I'm out the door. You know, he's so like whimsical and flighty and always just kind of wants the next thing. And I think for you, that's a real cool vibe to have. Because what is all this getting you? The Wheel of Fortune. Literally. The Devil and the Three of Swords. And you'll see when I put the camera down how they're all situated. But the Wheel of Fortune is kind of like the Three of Swords and the Devil are the keys to unlocking the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of like landlocked a little bit. But it's there for you. Ninth house. This is a Jupiterian energy, and so is the Knight of Wands. So you got kind of a double whammy of the Jupiterian vibes in a Neptunian environment. Oh my God, can we just for a second, Pisces season ruled both by Neptune and traditionally by Jupiter. Here we have the Neptune-Jupiter stuff right here. So, I mean, this is the benefits, the benefic manifestation of Jupiter and Neptune. The spiritual wisdom, the optimism, even to an extent, an idealism. You know, in order to get the ideal outcome, sometimes you have to do the devil thing and to reject the unideal. So it's okay. This is the blessings. This is the love. This is the money. And there's going to be so much pressure taken off of the Capricorn 7th house stuff. Jupiter is in your 7th house, and there's a lot of blessings there. We have Mars going through the 7th house, which tells me that in terms of your relationship stuff, you are, and maybe even for many of you, this is also career because it is Capricorn after all. But there's just a lot of that drive to make something happen. You know, like the complacency is not an option for Cancer right now. Complacency and acceptance of just kind of what is, even though it's dissatisfactory, like all that kind of stuff. There's just none of that happening. There's too much movement moving forward, and see what happens. Ace of Cups. You either meet someone new or you enter through a door of a new company and it's like amazing. And the Ace of Cups is what happens when a Knight of Wands says, I just want to go be happy. That's what he gets. And that's what happens when a magician says, I just want to be happy. Because a magician says, I can choose to be happy through my own thoughts, right? Understanding how thoughts create emotion and emotion creates realities. So, I mean, the choice really is yours here. And a lot of you may be dealing with Cancers where on one hand, you are the Knight of Wands who are like, come on, like, let's go make something happen. Let's move, let's change, let's evolve. And the Cancer is just so like, no, right? I'm sad and I just want to be sad, or no, my life is going bad and luck is so against me. And you're like, what? Like, what are you even talking about right now? Like, none of it even makes sense. Because here there's so much bounty to be appreciated, to be had. Now, there is work to be done, okay? As the sun progresses from Pisces into Aries, that 10th house energy is going to be mirrored by the Capricorn energy in the 7th. These are both cardinal houses, 7th house, 10th house, and you're a cardinal sign, so that's especially relevant to you. And you're going to have a very clear picture of what needs to be done, what tasks need to be done, what needs to get accomplished, you know. And a Knight of Wands, even though he's a lot more whimsical than most, he is still good at doing the mundane things. He's fully capable of like going out and being social and doing the fun party thing. But when it comes time to do the work, he is like, yeah, let's freaking do it. Let's get to the office. Let's do this. Let's get this done. Let's talk about it. Let's hash it out. Let's get those emails out, you know, and he's just, you know, he gets it done. And there's not any sense of like, this sucks. You know, that's not in his vocabulary at all. There's a lot of enjoyment to be had in the Eight of Coins this month, and I've been saying that to a lot of signs because this card has been coming out like crazy. It's almost an unavoidable, inevitable energy. To get your hands, Capricorn, Mars and Capricorn, to get your hands dirty, to get your hands on the work, to do the goals and to make those checks off your checklist, that is where the gold exists. All right, and that's very true for you. So right now, I don't know that there are tons and tons of offers out there that are super interesting because I know you're kind of holding out for like the big payout, you know? And this Four of Cups is kind of like, if it's not going to be the big payout or the big Wheel of Fortune, then I'm just going to keep my head down. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep doing this. And I'm just going to wait until the big thing comes, that big love happens, that big opportunity opens up, because I'm still being productive and I'm still able to accomplish doing what I'm doing, and I'm not going to settle for less than I truly believe that I deserve. Okay? So let's go ahead and put the camera down and we'll pull out the oracle cards and the remaining cards for the comprehensive. Okay? See you in just a sec. All right, Cancer. So here you can see how all the cards are laid out. You can kind of see what I meant by how this Wheel of Fortune is a little bit landlocked by some interesting energies, even to kind of have the moon on this side too. It's just a matter of really powering through it and leaning into the devil energy, or leaning into the pain rather than, dwelling in it. It's just like, okay, I'm going to make my way through it. Let's go ahead and pull some an astrology card and then an oracle card for you. Water. Okay, for a water sign, in a watery season, emotions are high. And there's a lot of connectivity during Pisces season, which you're pretty comfortable with. Connectivity in, really connecting with other people's vibes, really understanding their intention, which again is your power here. Also with the moon energy, I mean, you're so like intrinsically vibing with people almost all the time. So that's why no one can really sneak anything by you. That's why no one can lie to you, really. And the only way that the lie could ever actually work is if you are in denial, right? Like, not to be harsh about it, but if you're in denial about something and you're not listening to your intuition, that's the only time that a lie or a deceitful thing could get by you. So the truth and the authenticity is your saving grace right now, and it's your best friend. So don't be afraid to admit truths to yourself, all right? Because it's going to make the next few months, as we make our way up to Gemini season, a lot easier. Okay, there were a lot, but I'll take the top one since that was the only one I saw, which is the never-ending story. Probably has a lot to do with the Three of Swords. Probably has a lot to do with your patterning, which has been made very apparent over the past couple years, especially in the relationship arena. And any patterning that is needing to be revised will probably be amplified at this particular period of time. And when Saturn enters into your 8th house, which of course 8th house is all about transformation, you will have the opportunity to solidify new patterning that is more healthy for you. So don't be shocked if something is revealed to you. Don't be shocked if you find yourself in that place again and you're like, oh my God, I don't get this. How is this happening to me again? Don't be shocked. Don't be alarmed. Don't worry. That's the power of the Knight of Wands, to be able to say, all right, I'm going to start doing something new. I'm going to start going about this in a different way, And sometimes you have to confront your own never-ending story for the sake of this change. So we've all been prepared. We've all been, briefed, if you will. And when Saturn enters Aquarius, it is time for that change to officially happen. Okay, so all these cards are really wanting to talk. I'll pull these 3 that just flipped over for the Knight of Wands. Okay, Ace of Cups reversed, Knight of Swords, also running in that direction, and the Five of Swords. So for those of you who are new to my channel, the cards I'm pulling out now will be discussed in the comprehensive reading. We'll talk for about another 20 to 25 minutes about these cards. The link will be in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Hanged Man. Wow, these cards really want to talk to you, don't they? Six of Coins. Everything's evening out. Everything, yeah. You guys are in a real good spot. No matter how it feels or no matter how it appears, you are real solid. Okay, there's the movement. There's the movement. Ace of Coins, exactly. Ace of Cups, Ace of Coins. But see, the thing is, it's not even about the Ace of Cups, is it? We'll talk about it. See? Oh my gosh, you guys are so blessed. I hope you can see it. I really do. I hope you can see it. I hope you can feel it. Man. Hanged Man, Wheel of Fortune coming out twice. Page of Swords reversed. It's the thing, they don't have something real, do they? Feeling strong earth energy around you. I think there's Capricorn, Taurus energy coming at you right now. Oh, and there you are. Let's do one more. That's the card of Cancer. Oh, amazing. See, I knew that devil wasn't bad. I knew it wasn't indicative of the negative side of this coin. Another Capricorn card. Okay. Boom. The thing with the wheel you have to keep in mind is that while it is turning over, you might not see the effects of it right away. You might need to wait until Aries season or even Taurus season for that benefit to really start showing up in a physical way. You have to have faith that that wheel is still spinning even though you can't see it. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of cards. We'll go ahead and take it officially. Okay, so we'll get 5 cards for that Ace of Cups. Pretty amazing though, okay? Powerful message for the Ace of Cups. 8 of Coins. Another card of Taurus. Let's look at the moon. And then the Queen of Swords at the bottom. This is the wonderful diplomatic kind of vibe that will be really beneficial for you in dealing with people. Honest, straightforward, but yet still compassionate. So this is where we will pick up in the comprehensive. If you want to join me, again, that link will be down below in the description box. All right, see you guys in a sec. Bye-bye.